In today's video, I'm going to talk about how I scaled my business faster by building a personal brand and why you should too. Now guys, I've been building my personal brand for the last 3 to 4 years, right? And I've been growing it, doing different things and, putting my personality out there, putting myself out there and doing different things really. When I started my personal brand, initially I started a YouTube channel on cars, right? So I would film cars, do reviews on them. I kind of changed that niche and I went into the make money niche where I was making very generic videos on how to make money online. For example, drop shipping, affiliate marketing, and just various other ways, right? And I was doing that for a while and I was doing that full time, right? I was making money through sponsorships and I was just making videos and videos and videos, growing my personal brand, getting more and more views, getting more and more sponsors. And what I realized is that I'm using my personal brand as a business, right? So I'm not using my personal brand for my business, I'm using it as a business. And when I changed that thinking into saying that, you know what, I'm not going to use my personal brand as a business, I'm going to start a business, which I'm going to then scale by using my personal brand, right? So that's what I did. Now, just a quick story on me. I used to be in the UK, I used to work a 9 to 5 job there. I was tired of that life. I quit my 9 to 5 job, packed my bags, moved to Dubai. I had no money and I started my own online coaching business, which I scaled to 6 figures in the first year, right? So I did that straight away. And the way I did that was by using my personal brand. Now, initially, when I was making money, I was using my personal brand, as I said, to get sponsors and make money that way. However, when I started my coaching business, right, I didn't run any ads or, hiring people, all of that kind of stuff. All I said is I'm going to make this a one-person business and I am going to scale this through my personal brand, which I've built over the last 3 years, right? Now, the crazy thing is, albeit I had a decent following, I guess I wouldn't even call it decent, maybe 1, 2, or 3,000 subscribers at the time. And I thought, you know what, let me use that to grow this business. Even though, bear in mind, I built that up with people that used to watch car content, people that used to watch, drop shipping videos, people that used to watch generic make money online videos. So I built that up over those kind of audiences, a very, very mixed audience, right? It wasn't like hyper focused, which is obviously what I do now. So what I did was build that personal brand and start my coaching business, right? And literally from creating, I think the first or second video on my YouTube channel, I signed a few clients straight away. So I made 5 figures in the first month, right? Which is kind of unheard of, starting a business for the first time, making 5 figures. And I didn't have a massive audience there. So I said to myself that, okay, if I'm able to do that straight away, this just shows how powerful a personal brand is. Because if I had spent money on ads, bear in mind, this is cold ads, right? Cold ads, there's no authority, there's no trust. People have never seen me before. So most likely they're not going to spend money for my program, right? So what I did was use my personal brand because I've already built the trust, I've already built the authority, and I used that to build my business. And obviously I've been doing that for the last year. And this is why I created this YouTube channel in particular, because this is more business orientated. I make more business content here. In here, I focus more on 6, 7, or 8 figure entrepreneurs, founders, or business owners. Oh, and by the way, if you are a founder, business owner, or entrepreneur who runs a 6, 7, or 8 figure business, feel free to click the link in the description below if you're looking to start and grow your personal brand. But yeah, I started this YouTube channel specifically for founders, business owners, and entrepreneurs. But yeah, with my main YouTube channel, right, I used that to scale my online coaching business. And I was quite shocked, especially when I first started, how powerful my personal branding was, because I made nearly more than what I did when I was doing my personal branding and using that as a business, right? Through sponsorships, YouTube income, all of that kind of stuff. So for me, it just showed that why are more people not doing this? Why are people who have an established business already that are making 6, 7, or even 8 figures, why are these guys not starting a personal brand? Because if you start a personal brand with an established business, you're going to make so much more money, right? And not only so much more money, you're going to build that reputation, right, online, and you're going to have better clients, better customers, which is going to, one, increase the revenue of your business, also increase the reputation of your business, right? Because when you have a face attached to the business, it will always do better because people will like to interact with humans, right? So when they see a face attached, it just builds more trust. And I've been experimenting with this a while, right? I've worked with so many different clients who I've helped them start an online coaching business, scale it as well to 6 figures. And the way we've done that is through personal branding. Like, I've not done ads for any clients of mine so far. Literally, everything's been done through personal branding, through creating content, through putting themselves out there. And I said to myself, if I can help complete beginners 9-to-5ers start an online business and scale it to crazy numbers, why can't I help founders, business owners, or entrepreneurs who are looking to start their own personal brand, who already have established businesses, scale even higher, right? Because you've got to understand, people that start business for the first time, it's not luck. Like, it takes a lot of hard work. So if I'm able to help people that have never done businesses before and grow that business from scratch through a personal brand, well, I know for a fact I can help founders, business owners, entrepreneurs who are already making 6, 7, or even 8 figures scale to even higher numbers, right? Because I have seen the power of having a personal brand. It's completely changed my life. It's allowed me to live here in Dubai, have a really good business, not having to spend so much money on ads. Because even with ads, things change, right? When you do ads, sometimes it doesn't work anymore. Things change. You're competing against other people. Whereas with a personal brand, you don't actually compete with anyone. And people don't understand this when I say this. I'll tell you why. Because when you build a personal brand, there is going to be no one exactly like you. For example, right? People that have signed up to my coaching program through my personal brand have all said that I relate to you because of this, I relate to you because of this, I relate to you because of this, right? I like the way you talk, I like the way you speak, I've got similar habits to you, I've got similar experiences to you. That's why I've joined your coaching program, that's why I've joined your business, right? And it made me realize that why have they not gone with someone else, right? Because they could easily go with other people. But why do they go with me? Because they know me, like me, and trust me. I built that authority on my YouTube channel. I was likable and they liked the things I say, right? That's why they joined my program over someone that could be even more established than me, right? This is the power of a personal brand. Because if you guys even look at my main YouTube channel and look at the views I get on there, it's like 50 views, 100 views, 200 views, nothing crazy. But yet I get high quality leads from my YouTube channel. And I've never had to run any ads. I just rely on my YouTube channel to get me leads, and it's been doing extremely well so far. And this is one other thing that a lot of founders, a lot of business owners, a lot of entrepreneurs think that, they need fancy equipment. They need to create, really, really heavy content, be more consistent, post every day. No, you don't need to do any of that. You can literally post once a week, right? You can create content just like I'm creating right now, very raw, straight to the point. You can use any cheap camera, to be honest. Use a decent mic. I mean, I'm using a DJI, which is about, I think, $500, $600, $700 maybe. But you don't even need to use that. People use their phones, right? In fact, a lot of entrepreneurs actually choose to use their phones and get like a cheap mic from Amazon, for example, right? Just because it gives that a raw format, it keeps it more human. The interactions like we're having a conversation. And yeah, they prefer that. And it actually gets them better results at sometimes as well. So you don't need to have heavy equipment. You don't even need to spend so much when it comes to building your personal brand. The main thing you need to do is just start, right? And by the way, if you do need any help with starting your personal brand and growing it so you can 3 or 5x your business, and you're a founder, business owner, or entrepreneur that has a 6, 7, or 8 figure business, well, feel free to click the link in the description below and book in a call with me, and maybe we can have a conversation to see how I can actually help you. So this is why I urge founders, business owners, and entrepreneurs, if you already have an established business, start a personal brand, because you're going to be so surprised at how much money you make, especially in the beginning, right? When you make that money in the beginning, it's going to kind of push you to build your personal brand even more. And when it comes to building your personal brand, please don't overcomplicate it. Keep it very, very simple. Start a YouTube channel, start posting content on Instagram, start posting content on LinkedIn, start posting content even on TikTok, right? What you want to do is grow your personal brand. You want more and more people to see your face. You want more and more people to know about your business. Once people connect your face to the business, it's basically a win-win, because you're just going to build that trust and authority. And once they understand that and they require the services that you're talking about, which most likely will be the case, then they will join either as a client or a customer, right? And also, one thing I want to make clear, you can do this with any business, right? If you're a restaurant, if you're a barber, if you're whatever industry you're in, literally any industry will work. Because the main thing is you're building your personal brand, you're attaching your face to the business, and you can literally 3x or even 5x your business and go so much further ahead. So if you are on the fence whether you should start a personal brand or not, well, the main thing you need to ask yourself is, do you want to grow the business? Do you want to help the business be more sustainable in the future? Because building a personal brand now will keep you a lot more sustainable, especially in like 3 to 5 years when AI kind of takes over and there's going to be a lot more artificial content out there. And people are just going to be looking for what's real. And if you've already built up a personal brand, well, you're going to be the go-to person. So again, if you're a business owner, founder, or entrepreneur who is running a 6, 7, or 8 figure business and you want to build your personal brand and scale your business revenue, click the link in the description below. Let's have a conversation and see how we could potentially work together. And if you guys want to know the reasons why your business will stay stuck if you don't start a personal brand, Click the video that you see on your screen and I'll see you guys there.